won't blow. Hell no, we won't blow. Hell no, we won't blow. Hell no, we won't blow.
These are people who are willing to take personal direct action to stop this insanity. I'm one of those people, and to be honest, Mr. Peavy, it is taking all the self-restraint that is in my heart to stop myself locking me to your chair right now in protest. I'm so disgusted by the inactivity of this commission. This smart meter rollout has been a half-baked debacle that is hurting California families, hurting their bank accounts, and violating their privacy. The CPUC's handling of the smart meter program has been at best a schizophrenic response. You knew back in the 1990s that EMF was hurting people, causing leukemia in children. You even sent out an insert in people's utility bills with advising them in ways to reduce their EMF exposure. And yet, you authorized a wireless rollout that has inflicted powerful radiation and incalculable harm to California. But to deny that that harm is taking place, to continue to inflict that harm, despite all the I'm not finished. Despite all the evidence, to refuse to hold public hearings on the issue in the face of nearly 30 cities and counties lining up against the program. That is criminal. With the new makeup of this commission, welcome, Commissioner Florio, you have a chance to chart a new course. If you fail, may the justice system, civil society, judge you and hold you responsible for the harm you have done.
Smart meters, no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. First we must investigate.
But the smart meters make us sick and violate our constitutional rights to privacy and private property. As ex-Commissioner Loretta Lynch stated, it's all about money. The smart grid is a green hoax. A hallmark of addiction is a rampant, out of control, I can do whatever I want quality in order to get the next fix. PG&E's addiction to money and power has escalated to an all-time high. PG&E called an unexpected Sunday meeting and told its workers, I quote, ruthlessly install smart meters. They spend ratepayer hikes on slick full-page ads and thick, glossy mailers. Their addiction is sleazy, but more to the point, it's the slow kill. You're right, President Peavy. Regulation is not about micromanagement, but it's obvious PG&E cannot be managed. It's a dangerous company that must be broken apart and made into a not-for-profit, true public utility.
Hi, my name is Julie Drucker. I live in Ukiah, California, and I live in a house where a smart meter was installed last year. I immediately got very, very sick. There's a cell tower in the middle of my town in a church steeple. There are at least 4 businesses I can't enter in town, the post office included, the library, the medical center. There is no infrastructure in Mendocino County. Everything is cellular. So when the smart meter is added to all the other wireless technologies, many of us are getting very, very sick all over the county. To me, this is a public health issue, this is a civil rights issue, this is a disability rights issue, and it's an environmental justice issue.
This is to check radiation. It's called a Gauss master, and this is an inexpensive one.
Oh, a Gauss meter.
It's a Gauss master, and it's $35. Let's see, when I get closer to the building, the needle is moving, it goes in the red, and then
1680.
so
That was one of the best letters they
it
ever
also is audio, and it will make a sound.
No letter. There was another letter that I left in my car.
As you
Excellent.
get higher to the radiation, it's a way to tell how far back you have to be before you are in a safety zone. It goes back down to the green.
Let's call their behavior what it is, shady. Elsewhere in California, they've gone around lying to people, saying that they're going to cut their electricity if they don't have smart meters installed. That's not true. There's been many more examples of lying, and now in San Francisco, they've actually started installing these meters, often without the knowledge of people who live in those residences. That's shady. Let's have a moratorium on smart meters in San Francisco. Let's make sure they obey that moratorium this time. and let's have an honest discussion about these smart meters.
They are absolutely at war with us. They are going to require massive amounts of expense in order for us to live in our homes if we can. And this is absolutely unconstitutional, and the people of the United States should not be allowing this type of governmental takeover. This is absolutely the highest breach that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And we've got to wake up. Folks, we've got to wake up. This is huge. This is huge. We're giving up our freedoms at our thresholds. Forget the fact that people are dying and they're sick. I mean, that's just a side effect. And they don't care. They do not care. We are losing our rights. Those folks that aren't sick are going to be further enslaved by this big corporation that's got its tentacles into our wallets. As long as we can pay, they'll keep us around.